You don't install anything complicated, you don't learn to code, you don't hire a developer to build your first Claude skill. You write one short file in plain English and you are done. Let me show you exactly how, start to finish. Here is what most people picture when they hear the word build. They imagine downloading some software. They picture installing a programming language, then writing code they do not understand, then fixing the parts that break, then somehow putting it online. That is the scary mental movie, and it stops people before they start. Now watch what building a Claude skill actually is. You make one folder on your computer. Inside that folder, you put one plain text file. You give the folder a name, and that name becomes the command you type to run it. That is the whole build. A folder, a file, and a name. Nothing gets installed, nothing gets coded, and nothing goes online. That one file has a name, and the name is SKILL.md. Don't let it scare you. The .md on the end just means plain text, the same kind you'd type in Notes or Notepad. The folder you drop it into is called .claude/skills, which is simply the place on your computer where Claude looks for the jobs you have taught it. Whatever you name that folder becomes the command. So if you name the folder tidy-my-downloads, you will run it by typing /tidy-my-downloads. If you can name a folder, you have already done the hard part. Here is the part most teachers skip. They never tell you how little is actually inside the file. Anthropic spells it out word for word on their official docs page. Watch what they actually say. Every skill needs a skill.md file with two parts. YAML front matter between -- markers that tells Claude when to use the skill, and markdown content with the instructions Claude follows when the skill runs. Don't let the fancy words land on you. That YAML front matter is just the top of the file, fenced off by three little dashes above and below, and inside it goes one plain line saying what the skill does and when to use it. Everything underneath is your steps, written like you'd brief a new assistant. And the docs are clear that the top line is the only part that's even recommended. Now, I am going to be straight with you about where this does not work. If you are building software that thousands of paying customers log into all day, that is real engineering, not a one-page file. If you need something to run by itself on a server every night while you sleep, a skill won't do that because a skill waits for you to ask. And if the steps change completely every single time, written instructions can't keep up with a moving target. But for the ordinary, repeating jobs that eat your week, the messy folders, the same email, the report you redo every Monday, this one file is all you need. Let me build one in front of you, the messiest folder on earth, your downloads. You make a folder and name it tidy-my-downloads. Inside it, you create the file skill.md, and the very first line is your description. You write, in plain English, sort the files in my downloads folder into subfolders by type, and use this whenever I ask to tidy my downloads. Then, below that, you list the steps the way you'd tell a helpful new assistant. Look at every loose file. Make a folder for PDFs, one for images, one for installers, and one for everything else. Move each file where it belongs. Then tell me what you moved. Save it. You type /tidy-my-downloads, and a folder with 90 loose files snaps into 4 tidy ones with a one-line summary of exactly what moved. You just built a skill. So here is your Saturday, 30 minutes from blank screen to working skill, 10 minutes to install Claude Code on your laptop, 15 minutes to make one folder and write one file in the same plain English you are speaking right now, 5 minutes to type the / command and watch it run. By Saturday lunch, you'll have one real piece of your work happening with a single command and not one line of code behind it. Just a folder, a file, and a name. Comment first skill below and I'll send you the exact tidy my downloads file I just built, plus a fill in the blanks template so you can swap in your own task. Want my free 50 AI business ideas cheat sheet too? Link in the description. And come join us free inside Agent Skills Academy at school.com/Agent Skills Academy, where non-coders are shipping their first skill.md every Saturday. I'll see you Saturday.